Welcome along, everybody. Welcome along. This is a very special live preview on my Instagram flag to finish race. And Instagram is the first time I went live off the page. Of course, we've done hundreds of lives just on YouTube or my personal page. And of course, I am doing live simultaneously on YouTube as well, instead of trying to save one and edit one and do one. I said I'd try and put the two out and then we can share it to other platforms after. First of all, it's been a minute. Took a little bit of time out. I was under the weather for a little bit, and of course, just things haven't been. We haven't been doing many of these previews, but we're back. It's always a good week to come back on Galway, Goodwood, but we're going to focus on Galway for the first 2 days of Galway Festival. It kicks off tomorrow. I'm there for the 7 days. Not sure how much content I'll get done up there as I'm working the day job, which probably won't give me time to breathe. We'll try and do something early in the mornings and stuff like that, and maybe do some reviews as well. Maybe at the track. Hopefully, we get some people in as well that we can talk to after having some winners or whatnot, and hopefully we can share some winners for the week as well. Look, this is going out when I said YouTube, and it's going out on my Instagram as well. So give it a like, give it a share, get it out there. It's all a bit of fun. First of all, 7 days of intense racing. It's first and foremost, jockeys and horses come back safe and sound, and let's hopefully bang in some winners on the week. A little bit of fun bets, that's what we're here. That's what we're all about. It's never too serious in this page, but hopefully we've landed a 40-1 winner here at the festival before, so hopefully we can do that again. And I think we got a weird mad forecast back in the day as well, the same day actually. So let's kick on. Monday, tomorrow, 5:10 start. Chomping at the bit, excuse the pun, for the very first race to kick off here for 7 days of what's going to be fantastic action. This is that 4-year-old novice hurdle. We've 11 runners declared here. I really like Willie's one here to start the ball run. 5-2 shot in the Rich Richie colours, which is familiar. I was actually in Ballinrobe the day this Zarak filly won her maiden hurdle on Irish debut, coming out from France. Super impressive. 12 lengths beating Paddy Toomey's runner that day, and she was 12 lengths clear of the third. I think Ballinrobe will suit Galway as well. I think they're two similar tracks, they're undulating, they're up, they're down, and of course they've all the twists and turns that if you can win around Ballinrobe, I think you can win around Galway. So yeah, which is familiar for me. I think, look, it's, if the old saying, if it's not broken, don't fix it. And I think Willie Mullins, Paul Townend will get the Galway Festival off to a flyer. I just think she's going to take all the beating. She was very impressive for me on debut, and I think she can go on. You might see something special here on the opening day. Then we're going to kick to the first handicap of the week. This is a 23 runner declared 2-mile handicap hurdle for 4-year-olds plus. I'm going to take a chance here. It was a race that was kind of puzzling me a bit, but I'm going to take a chance here with one that only ran a couple of days ago. The Andy Slattery, What's New, at massive odds at 20-1. Poor Keen Cork, of course, he sustained a broken arm at Ballinrobe, unseating off of this, and we wish Keen the best in his recovery. Really nice chap, local chap here, and of course the Slattery runners. Slattery Yard is local as well. What they do with their runners is absolutely, it's impressive to say the least. They're flat horses, they're bumper horses, they're pointers, they're hurdlers, they're chasers. They can do it all, and breeze ups as well. The Slatteries must be commended. What a setup they have down there, tightly knit family run operation, and I think What's New can give a very good account of himself. Only ridden a couple of days ago, of course, unseating. Might have put it up to the winner that day, and that gave Jack Doyle his very first train winner in his own name there, Pat, or Jack, son of Pat, local enough here as well. So that was great to see as well. But What's New might just hit the frame here, 20-1. Darragh O'Keefe comes in for the ride. I'm a big advocate of Darragh O'Keefe. I think he's probably one of the top national hunt, if not the top three for me in the country at the minute. Of course, Paul Townend is definitely my number one, but Darragh O'Keefe for me, I think he's right up there, if not upsides. It could be a dead heat between himself, Jack Hendy, and Paul Townend for me. And I think Darragh O'Keefe here, you're going to get 4 or 5 places in the race, 20-1. What's New? Hopefully something new. We get off to a flyer on day one. Then we're going to go to first flat race of the week. This is 7-4 maiden 2-year-old contest. Key here is runs for me. I always said it. Look, so sometimes we can see a little bit special here in Galway, but for me, I don't care how good you are. Having a run before you come to Galway is essential. We've seen Paddy Toomey and Billy Lee combining a couple of years ago to win with won on debut, but we've seen how special she was. But I'm going to stick with the Paddy Toomey runner here each way at 11-2. Trey on, very impressive, very eye catching on in Fairyhouse. If you watch back that run, and the Curragh was very warmly supported in that maiden that Abraham Lincoln won at 11-2. 3 places. I'd be willing to take a chance with Trey on each way for Paddy Toomey and Billy Lee. Drawn well in one, which is key in these flat races to draw as well. So if he can bounce and make use of himself, I think he'll give a good account himself at the prices. Then we're going to go to the first feature race of the week. This is the Connacht Hotel Qualified Riders Handicap. It's the 2 mile flat handicap. Some greats have won this race down through the Tiernan. Great to see you back, Tiernan. Cheers. Thanks for the support as always. Hopefully, we might do something over the next couple of weeks, but some content Tiernan O'Kelly there has turned out as well, Irish racing. But this is a fantastic race, always has been. Has given a stepping stone to a lot of the amateurs to turn professional, or has given some of the great amateurs some folklore history by winning the race. And this is the order 23 runners declared. Of course, a couple of those are reserves. I have a couple I like at the prices. I think last year's winner, Filey Bay, drawn in 2. Dara McGill takes £7 off back. Emmett Mullins well able to mapped it out last year. Great scenes last year with Alan O'Sullivan winning. You see him passing line looking to the skies, and we know why. And it was great scenes. I think he's after dropping a couple of pounds since that win, and I think he's coming back in here. He's drawn in 2, so for me the start will be key. Although he was held up the last day, and look, I think for me the race he was well mapped out and he was well supported. I think Filey Bay and the JP McManus colours, you're getting 12-1 each way. The other one I like each way is Galileo Dame for Joseph O'Brien. She's drawn well as well in 5. I'm a big advocate of her in her own hurdles, and that Barry O'Neill, top amateur, takes the ride here. I think the two of them are my main selections in the race, but I can't leave the race alone without mentioning Clear Quartz for Mark Fahey. I'm going to have a small little bet each way on her. I've never seen it marked up before. 30-1. She's 30-1 now at the minute. She's a 2-time festival winner. We tipped her up here 14s or 16s a couple of years back when Ronan Ween won under the flat. She's fantastic. She's fantastic form around the track. She's won. He has won, and he's a notable grey as well. He's drawn in 10, but I think he'll come late. And at 30-1, mad lads each way, you're going to get 5 places in the race anyway. Definitely. Clear Quartz definitely not leaving our old favourite alone without mentioning him. Robert, am I in Galway for the full week? I am. I'm there working for full week. So I don't know how much content at the track I'll actually do. We have to pay the wages and be there and work. So looking forward to it. Fantastic. Then we're going to go to the 7 furlong handicap. It's for 3-year-olds, 15 declared here. I like Jack Foley's runner here, Girl Bear. Who watch back her run in Fairyhouse the last day, very eye-catching. Again, drawn him on the box seat there, so if she can bounce and make use of herself, maybe even get a little bit of cover, but not too far back. Donica Doyle, Jack Foley bursting on the scenes in the training ranks, and I think Girl Bear for me at 12-1 could give a very good count of herself there in that 7 furlong handicap for 3-year-olds. Then we're going to go to the penultimate race of day 1. This is the 1.5 mile 3-year-old handicap. And I like one here down near the bottom, down pretty much at the bottom. Down pretty much at the bottom. And that is Vantage Code for Emmett Mullins. I'm hoping people can hear me now. If anyone's tuning in there, can you just let me know if you can hear me? I'm not too sure now if I lost connection or not. If we don't, we'll kick on. 2 seconds now. If anyone is there, a rookie mistake on me now. I should have put that on Do Not Disturb. Vantage Code for me for Emmett Mullins, 8.588. Wayne Norton takes the right here. Went for a touch in Roscommon, was beating 2.5 lengths, and I just think coming up extra 2 furlongs I'd be willing to decide each way. Like me, he's love a winner at Galway, and that for me could be the one to get him over the line. Then the final race of the first day of the festival is the bumper. It's a race I'm just going to look at. Very interesting one here, very short. Power knowledge, unraced, any powers. The Son of Any Power by Camelot. Prime contender for me for Harry Swan and Gordon Elliott, though won a point to point at the prices. I'd like that, but again, it's a race I'd rather go and see them in the paddock and set that, for especially in a bumper, like if they had a bit of form maybe, but you're just going on pedigree and words of whisper more so. So look, it could be one for being up there to see. I'm sure one be a springer there, big prices each way, and you never know. If anyone just tuning in, just let me know if you can hear me there, because I lost connection there. I just want to make sure that I have a connection. But if not, we'll just have to redo it all again when we come off. But that's day one's action. We're going to kick straight to day two. Then it's a race. I'm just going to it's a day's race, and I'm just going to wing down through it. I've picked out some nice ones there. The first race is a 4-year-old plus over 2 miles novice hurdle. 9 runners declared. I really like Henry de Bromhead's Gomez Adams here. I remember him winning a bumper for Andy Slattery, and young Adam Marine, of course, top amateur, was riding. Really liked him after the race. Switched hands, was bought in, and went to Henry de Bromhead. Darrow O'Keefe comes in for the ride. Ran in a bumper for Henry after changing hands in Leopardstown. Finished 5th of 9 down the field, but I just think first run over hurdles in the stall. Beat small fry, one of Joseph's, who he acquired it from Gary Moore, who's won endless amounts of races in the flattening, and of course gave a very good account of Ryan Ascot. So I think Gomez Adams for here. I'm not too sure the prices, could be 3 or 4 to 1. Second race on the card in is a beginner's chase. Harry Cobden comes over for the retained partnership, that is JP McManus. William Mullins, Love Me Tender. Yeah, I think has all the attributes to go in here. Wears a tongue strap there, and I just I went back through some of his runs there early on. If you go back through some of the runs early on, it was very impressive. Won a bumper, went to Kilbeg and won a maiden hurdle, then went straight to Tip and won that grade 3 novice hurdle. So I think coming here, I think if she or he could come back to that form big over fences, I think he could give a very good account himself there, around 5 or 6 to 1 each way. Then the first handicap at A2 is a 2 mile 2. 23 runners declared. Handicap chase. Something I have, Butterfingers. Ross O'Sullivan, last time we seen this lad was winning in Wexford. Over 2 miles, steps up again to 2 miles 2. Ross loves a winner here, of course. Katie Walsh, his wife, and the two of them are two of the shrewdest in the game, and a young rider that's going places, Shane Markey, he's claiming 7. So in those colours that he's seen a few winners around Galway, TJ Awards, and I think Butterfingers could go again, back it up here. Could be a bit of a price, not too sure. They haven't opened the market yet, but some of these handicaps I'd like to go through without having the market to sway me. Then there's a Fillies Maiden over 7. That is race 4 of day 2. And I like Dermot Wells Silver Kiss, third on debut in Fairy House, but the second has came out and bought it up since for Joseph O'Brien. 13 to 2, the market is priced up at the minute. So I think at each way, I think you could give the Master a Roswell, who, remember down through the years, it was a Dermot Wells show down in Galway. Not so much in the last couple of years, but knows how to get a couple ready for the festival still, and disregard Dermot Wells at your pearl around Galway. That's all I'm saying. So I think Silver Kiss at the prices. I think, look, Madam Secretary, I think the ones with the runs are the ones they all have to beat. And if something comes out and wins on debut, like the Joseph O'Brien or the Paddy Toomey runner or Aidan O'Brien's second string, then so be it. But it'll take a good one to beat one with a run around Galway and a flat maiden. Take it from me. Then the feature race of day 2 is, I still call it the McDonough. It's the mile handicap. It's the Colin Quinn BMW mile. 21 runners declared, 3-year-olds plus. I have one selection in this. Normally, sometimes I have 2 or 3 in these handicaps. But I tipped the winner last year, and I'm going to side with him again this year. Nat Lupini is Dunham. I think she can go and get the job done, or he can get the job done again. Billy Lee takes the right here. Drawn in 10, so middle of the road. I'd like to see Dunham maybe up in the firing line early on. But at 12 to 1, you're only up £3 from last year's win. I think can give a very, very good account himself, and hopefully Billy Lee can ride the winner of this prestigious race for the first time in his career. I give a shout out to the local runner there, Hilary McLaughlin and Martin Ferris combine here with How Do You Like That. Young Nicola Burns comes in, takes 5 off 8, 9, has run well around the track, back down to win a mark, but at 9 years of age, 40 to 1, you could do worse than having a €5 or €2 each way on. And How Do You Like That? But for me, my main selection of the race is Dunham. Then we're going to go to the 6th race of day 2. This is a 7 furlong handicap, 18 runners declared here. And if you watch back this last run, Go Atletico, Ado McGuinness loves the target of Galway race, but never got a bit of luck, I didn't think, in the Curragh. Was only beaten less than 5 lengths in a 20 runner handicap, had nowhere to go, the doors locked up a good few times, and actually got dropped a couple of pounds for that. No, that's the wrong horse. But I do like Go Atletico. He ran a cracker, but he got dropped a pound. He won off 86 at one point in his career. He's back down to 77. Ado loves the target, Galway. And Ronan Whelan coming in here for the ride. Rides a lot for Ado, and when they do, they're a formidable force. Ado has a couple of runners in the race, but I just think this lad can give him a good account of himself again. Go Atletico. And then we're going to go to the penultimate race of day 2. This is the 7 furlong maiden for 3-year-olds plus 17 declared. I have no real strong opinion on this. I think the ones that have the runs will take the beating again. Harping on here, I'd imagine that Johnny Murtagh's runner here with Ben Cohen and the Aga Cannon colours will be the one they all have to beat, but I'm not going to select anything in the race. And then to finish out the card, then we have a mile 21 runner handicap, one of the hardest puzzles of the week to go with. But I think I found one here. Dennis Hogan, Joey Sheridan come in here with Liberate. Gets cheap pieces for the first time. Came over from England from James Horton. Has been dropping down in the weights. Runs in those colours that Meredith, I think was the name of her. She's won like 4 or 5 in a row now. And I just think that this could be a well thought out plan here. Drawn in 21. You're going to need Colin, I don't know, you'll have to ask him. Yeah, Liberate, I think, could just do that in the final race of day 2, and could be a bit of a price as well. Joey Sheridan, of course, he's been on the page a couple of times. I can't advocate how much of a cracking young rider this lad is. Dennis Hogan, one of the shrewdest lads to map out a plan in the country as a trainer, and loves to target Galway. So Liberate for me, I think, could finish the day off again. Local enough trainer here in Clough-Jordan, but that's 2 days. The first 2 days done and dusted. I'm going to come back on maybe every evening. We're going to try and get out the 2 days of the hurdle and the plate on the Wednesday and Thursday, and really looking forward to the action down there. It's a cracking week. If I implore anyone to go down, even the nightlife's down there, it's unbelievable. Just go down even into the city for the few days of the race, and the crack will be mighty out to Salt Hill. But again, it's all about having a bit of fun. This page is what it's all about, highlighting racing. But again, we like to have a little fun 5 or 10 on a horse and enjoy it. That's what it's all about. And I'm going to sign off again. I appreciate it. Hit the likes, hit the shares, flag to finish racing over now. First live stream on the Instagram done and dusted, and we're back live on YouTube. So fantastic.